My name is Aditya Pandranki. I am the founder and CEO of Doqfy. I started my career with BFSA and moved to technology companies.
What was your motivation behind starting this company?
What if we could build a platform that brings legal operations and contract management onto one digital track, seamless, secure, and scalable?
What is the role of AI in legal document management?
Instead of relying solely on manual reviews or repetitive tasks, AI can actually automate and allow the businesses to process contracts faster, reduce the human error, and make more informed decisions.
Hi Aditya, I welcome you to the Crazy Careers podcast. Thank you so much for joining us in today.
Thank you, Nita. Thank you so much.
So, before we get into the actual conversation, we would like to know a bit about yourself, your journey so far, and also the work that you do.
My name is Aditya Pandranki. I am the founder and CEO of Doqfy. I and my co-founders Manjula Rao and Madhu Pusarla are building the contract lifecycle management platform on Doqfy, which is designed to simplify and automate the way businesses handle contracts and legal workflows. I started my career with BFSA and moved to technology companies. My background is in project management and product development, and I've always been drawn to solving complex operational challenges with technology. At Doqfy, we started with a simple idea of contract execution process. Uh, that shouldn't be slow down the businesses. And today, with the help of technology, we are able to proudly say that we are supporting enterprises, startups, and financial institutions in digitizing their contract management journeys with security, speed, and reliability. I'm passionate about building scalable and user focused products, and more importantly, about building a team and culture that can actually grow alongside them. The inspiration for starting Doqfy came from first-hand frustration with how fragmented and manual the opaque contract management process can be, especially for the growing businesses.
Right, right. So that actually was my second question. I wanted to ask you what inspired you to start a company in this segment, and what was your motivation basically behind starting this company?
That's a good question. I've been a part of BFSI when I started my career. It came from a personal experience. I moved from BFSI to technology. Initial career was around like 5, 6 years. I was with BFSI. Like I worked with GE Countrywide, Sundaram Home Finance, and Standard Chartered. So during that stint, I was working for my customers on different banking agreement requirements. So fast forward in 2015 or 2013, my father had a home loan documentation requirement, and I have to travel from Bangalore to my hometown to fix the contract flow for his home loan documentation, which I was actually doing for my customers way back in 2003 in Sundaram Home Finance. Also, I was working closely in my technology companies like IMS Health and others, where I was handling contracts, approvals, and document verification, which were actually constant bottlenecks. Whether it was onboarding vendors, managing NDAs, or ensuring regulatory compliance, the process was actually very slow and paper heavy and prone to errors. We saw the legal workflows very stuck in the past, even as other business functions within the organization were actually becoming more automated and intelligent. That's when the idea clicked. What if we could build a platform that brings legal operations and contract management onto one digital track, seamless, secure, and scalable? Not just a digital contract tool, but a full-fledged contract lifecycle solution that empowers teams to move faster without compromising control. Doqfy was born from that vision, and it's about removing friction from legal operations so businesses can focus on their primary aspect of the business, what they do best, while staying compliant and contract ready from day one.
Right, right. So you have very dynamic work experience. So you have worked in the field of technology, you have an MBA degree, and also you have worked in law. So how do you think that these experiences actually help you to build Document?
So my background in technology, law, and business has been a very key element in building the Doqfy. Technology helped me to design scalable and automated workflows. Law gave me a deep understanding of domain knowledge and compliance, contracts, and risks involved in contract management, essential to the product's foundation. And my MBA provided the strategic lens to scale the business, build the right team, and go to the market effectively. Together, these three perspectives help me to build Doqfy as a practical, secure, and growth ready solution for modern contract management.
Right. I also would like to know what inspired you to come out with this kind of name for your like organization, Docufy. I mean, why they need?
It's like simplify, right? What do we simplify? It's the documentation that we want to simplify, the contract management that we want to simplify, and then we came up with a name called Doqfy, which is catchy and it relates to the documentation and contract.
Why do you think it is important for business today to take services from Docusign?
Well, Doqfy's contract lifecycle management platforms helps businesses to digitize, automate, and streamline their legal workflows. We at Doqfy make it easy for companies to draft, execute, sign the documents, manage the contracts, track the contracts while staying fully compliant and audit ready. From KYC verifications to e-signatures, approval processes, repository management, Doqfy brings everything under one secure, intelligent platform. In today's fast-moving business environment, this is very crucial. Manual contract process slows down the team's performance, increase risk, and create compliance gaps. Doqfy eliminates all these inefficiencies so businesses can actually close deals faster, stay compliant, and scale confidently. So it gives a kind of leverage for the businesses to expand their business as quickly as possible, and then they don't need to worry about their contract management. Typically, these contracts are managed manually without a platform or keeping all the contracts in a drive or and then manage it manually. So those kind of things they don't need to do it, and the contracts also move a lot in the emails or phone calls and all those things. So with Docuify, they don't need to do anything. Everything is available on the platform, and they can seamlessly manage their contracts throughout.
Right. Now, relevant question for the ongoing generation or era. When we talk about anything in automation, we always realize that AI is behind it. So, what is the role of AI in Docuify legal document management? Can you please explain a bit about it?
Absolutely. Now the this is you can say that this is an era of AI. It's a revolution which is happening all over. AI is not new. It's been there for so many years, but with the evolution of GPTs, which is generative, the world is moving towards the AI direction. And at Docify, we use AI to bring intelligence and efficiency to contract management. Instead of relying solely on manual reviews or repetitive tasks, AI can actually automate and allow the businesses to process contracts faster, reduce the human error, and make more informed decisions. For example, if it can be the drafting, it can be negotiation, it can be risk analysis, it can be the review. All these things can be automated with the help of AI. And it also helps legal and operations teams shift from being reactive to proactive, spotting risks in the very early stage, improving compliance and freeing up time for more strategic work rather than the mundane tasks they keep doing on a day-to-day basis. In a world where speed and accuracy are critical, AI helps Docify deliver both.
Right. So I generally do not ask questions on the clients of any businesses, but here I can see like you have some major clients like HDFC Bank and Swiggy. So I really would like to know like how did you manage to get such major clients like HDFC banks and Swiggy, and also what is the role of Shopify in their day-to-day process?
Sure. Winning clients like HDFC Bank or Swiggy or Xiaomi actually comes down to two things. One is solving a real problem, building the trust, and the third one is delivering consistently. We focused on understanding their specific challenges, whether it can be a contract turnaround time, the work process, the workflow process, or the challenges that they have on executing those contracts on a day-to-day basis and managing those contracts. That's it. And we have actually tailored a solution to fit their workflows rather than selling a standalone application which is readily available out of the box. We position ourselves as a partners than a SaaS platform by solving their operational pains. And the second part is trust plays a huge role in highly regulated and fast-paced environments like BFSI and food tech businesses. We had to prove we could deliver securely, reliably, and at scale. That means a strong data practices, responsive support, and product that actually worked as promised. Lastly, we kept showing up from pilots to rollouts. We stayed hands on and made sure we delivered value from day one. That earned us not just that contract, but their long term confidence as clients of Docify.
So, and I really want to ask this question because when we talk about entrepreneurship, startups, we always talk about the silver line of the entire phenomena. We do not talk about the challenges that is being faced by the entrepreneur on daily basis. So, what is the biggest challenge that you have faced while building Docify?
Well, I don't say that as a challenge or anything like that for building Docify. Every single day is a learning curve for us as entrepreneurs, not only for me, for all the entrepreneurs across the globe. It's a learning. Every single day is a learning for them, right? The biggest learning or a challenge in building Doqfy has been earning trust in the space that deals with legal contracts. When we were a young startup talking to large enterprise or institutions, there are always a question that in their mind, like, can we trust them with our contacts or with our data or our process with this new company, right? Today, we are ISO certified, SOC 2 compliant, and GDPR compliant. But at that point of time when we started, there were no certifications or no compliance in terms of the ISO certifications or SOC 2 certifications kind of thing, right? So overcoming that wasn't easy. We had to prove ourselves every single time by being obsessive about their data security, by ensuring our platform never fails on compliance, and most importantly by being incredibly responsive and transparent with our clients. I and my co-founder Manjula personally step in, walk customers through every step of our process, and offer customer onboarding to build confidence. The early hustle paid off. Our first few customers became our strongest advocates. Looking back, the trust we earned became our biggest moat, and building it required consistency, humility, and product that delivered exactly what we have actually promised every single time.
Right. What would be your advice to young professionals or like students who would like to start a career in legal tech or start a company?
My advice would be like whether it is legal tech or any problem statement, right? It's not about product, it's not about market size or anything. It's about starting with the problem. Identify the problem, which may be a small problem, but it has a great magnitude of impact on a business, right? So start with the problem, not with the product. Understand where the real pain points are. Talk to the users, sit with the customers, observe how actually they work and how do they get the work done. The best ideas come from actually a real world friction. It's not from the classroom or on the computer or on the research, right? It happens on the ground. And the second thing is that be comfortable with the complexity, whether it is legal tech or any other business. This legal tech, it's always like any entrepreneurship looks very glamorous in the beginning, right? It involves regulations, risk, and processes that evolve slowly. But if we can actually simplify the complex, and that will actually give you a creating a real value, then you can actually crack the business. And the third part is focus on trust early in the beginning of your startup or your entrepreneurial journey. In any business, trust is everything, whether it is data, the client's process flow, anything, right? Your reputation will be your strongest currency. And finally, don't wait to be an expert. Start small, test, fail, and then rebound, and then keep learning. Repeat.
Right.
So automatically, you'll be able to get that product market fit, and then you will be solving a biggest problem that can be a next unicorn.
Experience is all what matters. Even during failure, also you are getting some kind of experience. Yeah. All right. It was really an insightful conversation with you. Thank you so much for joining us in today and sharing your time from your busy schedule. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Have a good one.